Well, good evening, MCC members. Welcome back to the MCC Express. I'd like to wish you all a very happy Valentine's Day. In this episode of the MCC Express, you're going to hear from our Director of Golf, Jason Woodworth, and he's going to talk a little bit about bunkers and how to enter a bunker and how to rake and maintain a bunker. And then next week, we'll be following up with some golf course etiquette, on-course care for divot repair in the fairways and ball mark, pitch marks on greens and how to properly address those. And then special announcement, we did receive our golf carts yesterday. All day long we were assembling. There's a couple loose ends that we need to tie into making them fully functional. One is GPS, which I'll mention, and a couple beautifier things. But this fleet, we have club cleaner and ball washers on each cart, which is great. And we have an attachment to make us more efficient with staging our carts in the morning and in the evening. So without further ado, welcome to the Express videos, and I'll end it with a couple of great photos of our dining room setting for this evening. Hope to see you around the club. Well, welcome back to MCC Express. Our new carts have arrived after a long wait of almost a full year. Excited to get them on board. So a couple new features is we have a tow bar for our staff to be able to get carts to and fro from the cart barn, which is fantastic. A couple things that to make note on, which will be a little bit delayed. Our hubcap wheel beautifiers are about 3 to 6 weeks behind. And then the GPS units that work today are still syncing up. So some are working, some are not. We apologize about that. But within a few days, everything will be up and running. So all the GPS yardages and information will be complete.
I'm Jason Woodworth, your Director of Golf here at Moraga Country Club. And I'm going to be going over a series of things on the golf course to let our membership know and be aware of, and some of the instances that we encounter daily. And one of the things that we want to try to encourage is how to enter bunkers, how to rake bunkers properly, and kind of get everybody situated so that we're taking care of the golf course the way we need to. One of the things that we encounter here at Moraga Country Club is steep edges, and people have a tendency to want to stay close to that. But in the meantime, we're trying to illustrate how to get into the bunker, how to rake it, and how to do it properly so that we don't lose any sand down at the bottom of the bunker. So in the midst, right, I'm here, green side on hole number 14, just kind of looking at the situation. I know that I'm kind of steep here. Based on the crowd that we have, it's sometimes important to recognize the lowest part where we want to enter. It's not the greatest place to enter here. We could fall, we could do some bunker and how to take care of it. First thing we want to do is try to recognize where the rake is. And as you can tell, we have a rake right here. That's properly placed in the bunker in the flattest part. Typically, we don't like to see rakes standing on the edges, especially if it's up in this area. The tendency, if the ball rolls on top of the rake, the tendency is the ball has to be put there. So you want to make sure that the rake is placed in the center of the bunker, in a place where they can lift it and move in case their ball is resting on the rake. But anyways, here we are again, green side on 14. What I need to do is enter here. I'm not going to probably want to enter here. The majority of people have a tendency to rake the sand as they leave the bunker, leaving more sand on the edges, which then again makes it thinner there eventually. So what we want to try and do is rake everything towards the center when we're there. The tendency we want to get away from is raking on our way out and lifting all the sand from the center to the edges. So as I'm going to enter this bunker, I'm going to actually recognize that I'm going to look on the opposite side. It's probably easier for me to get in over there. Might be time consuming, but the reality is that we don't want any accidents and we want to take care of things properly. So again, I'm going to head on this side. Bunker in hand, rake in hand, I'm going to enter here just because it's flatter. It allows me to enter the bunker in a better position. I didn't do anything with respect to the edges here, so I don't have to worry about raking anything from that point. One of the things that we do encounter is people not raking bunkers, and we got to encourage people that when they're in the bunker to rake the bunker. Basically what we want to do here is we're going to have Just a little demonstration of bunker action. So we want to hit a bunker shot. Basically from this position, we want to get our feet set. Want to hit a nice bunker shot onto the green. This point, we want to work on raking in this position here, keeping the sand where we need to keep it, working towards the center. The rakes are long enough so that we can do that, but we want to make sure we're raking and not towards the edge. All right. Basically, that's your bunker tip for today. We've raked it, we've got in at a nice area. So pretty much we want to try to emphasize being as safe as we can and raking our bunkers to where we get the rake and the sand towards the center so we keep our sand at the base where we need it. Thanks a lot, and I'll meet you next for the next video.